YouTube, so I'm going to go quickly. So this is the Atlanta Regional. We're going to go ahead and create a Swiss event. We are going to go with the stratifications that are typical for Atlanta Regional, 0, 3,750, and we're going to take all the defaults. So this is 30 minutes before game time. We start the event. Now we're going to start selling the entries, and I'm going to use an odd number of teams. So it's actually 15, 16. I'm going to deliberately use an odd number of teams. It's going to be 17 teams. I could do a lot more. We'll show a bigger event in the next video. Randomly assign team names. I'm going to change some of these so that we have some A teams. Put Jeff on a team. Just doing this so we've got a there we go. Just so we've got a nice number of A, B, and C teams. So the name entry typically happens after the event started. No reason it couldn't happen before. Now we're going to go into the scoring screen. So I'm going to have the computer randomly assign matches. Table assignment. Oops. Now the reason I'm putting this in is what we display to the players typically will be on a projector. And we got the results for round 1 in. So I'm just going to randomly assign some scores for round 1. I'll show you how the scoring works in a minute for round 2. So round 1's over, it's all green, and we go on to round 2. So we have 17 teams. I'm going to automatically start creating some matches for the remaining teams. This is who is going to play against each other. And I'm going to give some table assignments. Now, what the players see is there's only 17 teams. Obviously, this could be a lot more, and it would scroll if there were more teams. They see their team number. They're interested in where does North-South sit. We also display where East-West sits. It may be obvious to bridge players, but if North-South is sitting at table G1, where is East-West sitting? Is it H1 or is it F1? So we always display where the East-West is as well. So what's happening here is the tournament director is assigning who plays against who. And I really don't want 13 to play against 14, so I'm going to cancel that match. And I'm going to have them play against team 6. Now, players get all the information that they want. Their team number, where are they sitting, what their total number of points are, and on the right-hand side we see the leaderboard. So after round 1, teams 5 and 7 both blitzed. They both have 20 victory points. When scores start to come in for round 2, teams will bring in their score slips. So we're going to enter team 1's score. Just by hitting enter, it tells us who team 1 was playing against, just to double check. And team 1 reports the score they won by 3. Then team 7 comes back and says, nope, that wasn't true. We won by 3. so we can correct the score, automatically changes. So as scores come in, we can very quickly enter the scores. They don't necessarily need to come in sequential order. Let me just pick some and it doesn't matter who reports. It could be team 11 or team 5. If somebody reports that they lost, we can just enter the minus score. What's displayed here is the team number after the results go in, the team number and the total number of points. The reason we do that is if we're not using a projector or a display of some sort, those scores typically be read out so that somebody could put them up on the wall. So let's just finish the round. We have the round robin, team 15, 16, 17. So team 15 comes to report. The software knows that team 15 is in a round robin, so we have 2 scores to enter. We could also enter the scores in here. Just a different way of being able to enter the information. And now round 2 is over. Notice that it goes green. We're now going to go to round 3. Notice what happens. Automatically this screen goes to round 3. It displays the score and is waiting for the assignments. So we will start what happens if you try and do it randomly? You can't remember who plays against each other, and the software is smart enough to be able to catch that. So I want a round robin between teams 7, 8, and 16. So I go to the round robin, 7, 8, 16. I'm going to put those in a round robin for round 3 and round 4. Got one more to actually team 6 play against team 15 just to avoid 2 teams playing against each other who've already played. There's round 3 assignments up, and we'll start to put some table assignments up. Typically when you assign the match, you have table assignments with the round robin. It automatically knows A5, B5, C5. Back to the display the players see. Round 3, everybody knows where they're playing. The north-south table. Very importantly, we display that east-west table as well. It's important to know if they're in a round robin, and we know the current scores. So round 3 scores come in. I'm just going to randomly assign scores for round 3. Now we go on to round 4. This is getting everything set up for the final round. And players are ready. So for the final round, we're still waiting for a score from it's the round robin score that we're waiting on. So we have the scores coming in. So let's put the round robin scores in first. Zero being the time. And what we start to see here is this is the rank. this is the number of rounds that the team have played. If the score's in italics and to the left, they've still got a round to go. If it's in solid to the right, that's their final score. So even though they're ranked number 1 and number 2, we have several teams that are likely to pass them. So the scores will start coming in. And the leaderboard will change. So by putting all this information on a display well away from the director's table, the players are no longer bothering the tournament director. And that should be the final score. And there we have the results. People can see who won. And that is a Swiss team event from start to finish.